guys, it's Lisa with 7 Spice Life, and today we are making falafel. You can make a pita, you can do a falafel platter, you can eat them as a snack, do whatever you want with them, but these falafel do not disappoint. They're absolutely delicious. So stay tuned, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. One of my besties, aka Biffy, asked me if I had a fail-proof falafel recipe, and I didn't know I had it until I started playing with it to see what I came up with. And I think I have a winner. What are the things you need to know to be successful when you start out making your falafel? Number one, you must start out with dry chickpeas. So go ahead and take the extra step to soak these overnight. And just put them in a bowl, fill it with water, and add a teaspoon or two of kosher salt. The other thing I want to tell you is skip the baking soda, skip the flour. We are not going to do that in this recipe. The only thing I do put flour on is the outside of my falafel ball, just to give it a really crunchy, crisp exterior, so that when you bite into it, you get a beautiful ratio of crunch to moist, fluffy falafel in the inside. Do it. It makes it so flavorful. It's like a little tiny bomb of flavor. So I think you're going to love it. Let's find out. Okay, some things to keep in mind while you're frying. You could get all fancy schmancy Mr. Moneybags if you want to and use avocado oil, since it has a really high smoke point and it's a pretty clean oil. Or you can go my route, which is the Spectrum brand canola oil. I like it because it's expeller pressed and it's cleaner, it's non-GMO. I don't know if you care about that kind of thing, I do. And if you throw caution to the wind and you want to use olive oil, just be careful. It has a lower smoke point. You can't go as high on the heat with it, and it tends to sog up the falafel, so I don't recommend it. I do know someone that burned their entire kitchen down trying to make falafel with olive oil. So do yourself a solid, skip it, and use a higher smoke point oil. I don't know if you can see this, but they don't look mushy on the inside. They're nice and fluffy. They're totally cooked. They're really crispy on the outside. And what makes these so delicious is that they're smaller than your traditional falafel. I didn't make them bigger than the size of a ping pong. You don't want these too big. You want the exterior crunchy shell to be a good ratio of crunch to the inside fluffy interior. And the other thing is, I don't add flour or baking soda because I don't use cooked chickpeas. So they're soaked long enough so that when I do fry them up, they cook just enough to still be light and airy, and be cooked all the way through without sogging up your falafel. All right, I'm also gonna show you how to make a solid pita sandwich, pita pocket. These are square because they're sprouted grain. I go for the healthier version, I know, I'm sorry. But I just wanna show you what I put into my falafel sandwich. I'm gonna stuff 3 pitas in here, I'm gonna stuff 3 falafel in here. Cucumbers. Someone was like, oh, I totally get down with that if there were no cucumbers. Excuse me? If you're Middle Eastern, you eat cucumbers. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you don't eat cucumbers, I don't know what's wrong with you. They are delicious, especially in the summertime. I feel like they're summer encapsulated. Okay, so I have falafel, cucumber, then I am adding some sliced tomato. And it's a good idea to season your veggies because then it just makes the sandwich taste that much better. So you want to put like salt and pepper on your tomatoes. And we have some torshi here that I always keep a jar of pickled torshi in my fridge, especially right now. You guys, fermented foods are the way to go for this whole COVID world we're living in. You always have something extra to kick up your recipes when you're out of everything else. Like, why not just have pickles that can brighten up any dish? Besides, I live for pickles. Any kind of pickles you can throw at me, I am down. Last but not least, tahini. This is a tahini sauce, which I seasoned, and I'm going to leave that recipe in the description, but I'm gonna drizzle a hefty amount of that on here. And it's okay that my pita's kind of falling apart, I don't mind. And then you can put either sliced serranos or a good old standby, which is our trusted red pepper sauce with the green top, sriracha. Look how gorgeous that looks. Tell me you do not want to get down with this falafel pita. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I hope to see you soon. And don't mind my dogs, they just want some of this pita.